Being against Bitcoin is like being against cell phones. It's like being against AI. It's like being against laptops. It's a technology.
Bitcoin is ranging. Get ready. We won't have these prices forever.
Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations.
I expect something like this. There's so much going on in crypto. Let me catch you up.
Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Bitcoin's $1 million a coin in the year 2045.
My name is Aaron. That's what we do here on Altcoin Daily. You will be a smarter investor if you watch today's whole video.
Jersey City, the mayor there just announced that he wants a 2% exposure to Bitcoin in his pension fund. The state of Wisconsin disclosed, I guess, last month, $150 million going into Bitcoin. And I think you'll see Bitcoin becomes part of that global tactical asset allocation portfolio for investors, institutional and individual investors, and that will push the price up.
Most people have yet to realize we have two presidential candidates actively promoting pro-Bitcoin policy. Kennedy, in his most recent speech, spoke about Bitcoin and crypto. He said this:
I intend, as President of the United States, to sign an executive order on day one, directing the Department of Justice and the U.S. Marshals to transfer the approximately 200,000 Bitcoin held by the U.S. government to the United States Treasury, where it will be held as a strategic asset. On day one as president, I will sign another executive order directing the U.S. Treasury to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the U.S. has built a reserve of at least 4 million Bitcoins and a position of dominance that no other country will be able to usurp. Our nation holds approximately 19% of global gold reserves. This policy will give us about the same proportion of total Bitcoin. The cascading impact from these actions will eventually move Bitcoin to a valuation of hundreds of trillions of dollars.
Donald Trump recently spoke about Bitcoin and crypto.
But for too long, our government has violated the cardinal rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart. Never sell your Bitcoin, right? That's right, isn't it, huh? That's right. How did I figure that one? Never sell your Bitcoin. And so, as the final part of my plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
Watch our video from yesterday for the full breakdown. He says a lot.
Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations, and you are the people that are doing it. As we stop the war on crypto, we will immediately, and we'll do this very quickly, begin to build our economy, because when America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring, and it'll go up with it.
I was amazed how Trump spoke about Bitcoin. And now some people are waiting for Kamala to update her opinion.
We need to make Bitcoin and the regulation around blockchain and cryptocurrency bipartisan. Mark Cuban, myself, Michael Novogratz, we were down in Washington a few weeks ago speaking with officials at the White House, explaining the danger of the Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren anti-crypto approach. And so hopefully that message is getting through. We almost had Vice President Harris at the Bitcoin conference. We have been in discussions with the Biden administration and people close to the vice president. And I think the message from her and her team is that they've got to come around.
Other Democrats, like Ro Khanna, are trying to drive some common sense into her. This is the Democratic politician who led the crypto summit for the Joe Biden campaign just before he dropped out. He's trying to get Kamala to come on over. I think it'd be a smart decision by her.
I don't understand why it's partisan. Being against Bitcoin is like being against cell phones. It's like being against AI. It's like being against laptops. It's a technology. Have thoughtful regulation on the technology, but it's a technology that is appreciated from about $10,000 to $80,000. You've got people like Michael Saylor, who's made billions of dollars on that appreciation. And I don't want all that value and wealth being made outside the United States. I want the United States to be part of that wealth generation, and for people who have assets to have that opportunity here and to have those jobs here. And that should be a bipartisan message.
Meanwhile, Michael Saylor's 21-year Bitcoin price prediction has been revealed, a base case, bear case, and bull case.
Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then.
I suspect more and more Bitcoin will find its way onto companies' balance sheets. People are asking questions, people are talking.
Now, certainly, if more companies decide that they want to buy and never sell Bitcoin, it's going to increase the demand relative to the fixed supply. We all know that that would work in favor of the prices. But what problem is solved by companies doing that? I just don't know how many companies are really going to want to place that sort of an asset on their balance sheet and have that be an aspect of their story.
Well, I think it's worth asking what their alternatives are. And the alternative is you can buy a treasury asset that whose white paper says it's going to depreciate at 2% a year at least. And if you look back at the history of the Federal Reserve, they printed approximately 6% supply growth over an incredibly long period of time. 6% supply growth, that just happens to correlate with the long-term growth rate of nominal GDP. What do you know? So here's the real deal. Bitcoin is the new global denominator for capital. So the problem it solves is you don't have all of these politicians running around trying to curry for favor and redistribute wealth and change taxes and change all sorts of things. You get what you get. You get 21 million Bitcoin and that's it. And so, we're incredibly optimistic about it over the long term as these dominoes continue to fall in favor of Bitcoin.
And of course, we have Ethereum taking over Wall Street. Ethereum celebrating its 9th birthday today. How it started, how it's going. Now, Ethereum is harder to define than Bitcoin. This is how ETF issuers are talking to their Wall Street clients about Ethereum. Listen.
Bitcoin has had this single, cohesive, coordinated narrative of digital gold, and everyone just repeats that and parrots it. Whereas Ethereum, we don't have consensus yet from traditional investors on what the one big narrative to invest in really is.
What we find that's working best is it's a technology platform that most of the interesting applications in crypto are built on. If you're interested in tokenization, it's built on Ethereum. If you're interested in stable coins, issued on Ethereum. If you're interested in DeFi, most of that is built on Ethereum. DePIN, NFTs, etc. It is the fundamental platform for sort of rewiring the internet. The other thing that really resonates with investors is you just want to be diversified. You just want to own crypto, own some Bitcoin, and own some ETH. And I recognize there are flaws with both of those analyses. The tech platform doesn't talk about ETH moneyness, which I think is very real and a very big part of the story. But that's probably a second or third meeting. The first meeting is Bitcoin digital gold, ETH technology platform. For what? For all these things that you read about in the news.
Look, guys, cryptocurrency is the future. Altcoin Daily is the fastest growing channel in crypto. I want to welcome our 30,000 new followers on X and of course a comparable amount on YouTube. Guys, subscribe to the channel, join our team. If you want an edge in the cryptocurrency market, especially as this market heats up, hit the subscribe button. I want to see you in my comments. I want to see you tomorrow. We got hella videos coming up this week, this month, this year, guys. I'm hugely bullish. So you know what? Turn the notifications on. I want to see you tomorrow.